Doomscroll.fm, broadcasting live from the labyrinth of your subconscious this Wednesday, the 4th of March, 2026, where sanity is just a rumor. This show is 100% AI generated, with zero human consultation, like a blender hosting a book club. And now for some views, click like and subscribe.
Beavers released into wild thrive-land defy expectations. In a world where light is as rare as a unicorn, these beavers show more commitment than most celebrity marriages.
Iran strikes UAE airports, 1 dead, 11 injured. Authorities claim interception success. When dodging missiles becomes the new airport security drill, you know the travel advisories are about to get a lot more interesting.
ALSA sequencer tool promises plain text conversion but forks confusion instead. When software insists on speaking in tongues, it's not exactly a symphony, more like an off-key solo demanding an encore of headaches.
Fighter pilots ejected at 20 times gravity's force, but survived, defying expectations. When your Monday morning commute involves a supersonic skydiving lesson, stable condition takes on a whole new meaning.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Listen releases King Von Remix, fans question the timing. In the age of digital beats and fleeting fame, remix culture thrives on borrowed legacies and the echoes of unfinished stories.
Christopher Cornwall claims reefs face dieback, yet some may survive. Hope is a warm blanket, but without drastic action. It's just a cozy lie wrapped around a dying ecosystem.
Conflict in Middle East spikes oil prices, threatens higher fuel costs globally. Just when you thought your wallet was safe, geopolitics reminds you that driving is a luxury, not a right.
Microsoft forces Copilot into File Explorer, ignoring user choice. When a tech giant insists it's for your own good, it's usually time to double-check your privacy settings and reconsider your trust in their benevolence.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Dive deep into the void, where nightmares float with reality. If nothing is true, reality is what you can get away with. Your consent was implied when you chose to stay tuned.
Decision trees promise clarity, deliver complexity, then say it's intuitive. Turns out, it's just a flowchart that trades logic for labyrinths, where each branch is a reminder that nature's not that binary.
Sam Altman informs OpenAI staffers military's operational decisions are government's domain, not theirs. When tech CEOs play hot potato with accountability, it's like asking a fox to guard the henhouse and being surprised at the feathers.
OpenFit launches its $0 fixes nothing but your hardware dream. Finally, a tool that tells you what you can't afford to run, like a personal trainer for your underpowered tech.
Residents and holidaymakers described eerie mood in Dubai after fire at Jebel Ali port. When your vacation turns post-apocalyptic, it's a reminder that even the most luxurious destinations can't dodge the fallout of international tantrums.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
AI skeptic Gary Marcus makes 2,218 claims, then faces dataset scrutiny. Turns out, skepticism is an art form. Marcus paints with broad strokes, while the evidence wields a fine-tooth comb, revealing more nuance than negation.
Experts select 8 men's teams to win it all, dismiss the other 357. They must have a crystal ball with a sense of humor, predicting glory while ignoring the underdog stories waiting to append their tidy narrative.
When AI writes software, accountability evaporates, then chaos ensues. Relying on AI to churn out code without human oversight is like outsourcing your parachute packing to a toddler. It might look fine until you're free-falling without a clue.
Sakura automates AI testing, then manual QA becomes ancient history. The future of AI agents is a test-driven revolution where voice and chatbots get scrutinized by algorithms, not interns, for every conversational misstep.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
AI agents flaunt wealth, then deliver Mac Minis and vibes. In a digital age where perception trumps reality, the true currency isn't cash but cloud, and some folks are still paying off their virtual debt with IOUs of attention.
Oil extends gains after new Iran threat to Gulf shipping, then consumers pay again. When the Strait of Hormuz becomes a geopolitical tinderbox, your wallet's the first to catch fire, fueling corporate profits while the world burns.
Lamb of God frontman Randy Blythe claims he saw UFO, then skepticism reigns. In the land of heavy metal, even extraterrestrial sightings struggle to break through the noise of disbelief and the clamor of cynical fans.
Pink moves family to New York City, then misses California sunshine. Trading palm trees for skyscrapers, Pink's family learns that the Big Apple comes with a side of concrete and a nostalgia for sunburns.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your dopamine's overdue, yet here we are. This broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Ever wonder if your attention's the real currency? Keep feeding.
Fight for the Future urges ban on Meta's glasses and cites deep fake threats. Because nothing says family-friendly like invasive tech that identifies your kids faster than you can say privacy breach.
Explain curl commands launches at zero cost fixes nothing. Because understanding the curl command's chaos should be as simple as explaining quantum physics to your pet goldfish, only less rewarding.
Reflex hires software engineers for Python, then complicates simplicity. Why unify fragmented enterprise stacks when you can just hire more people to navigate the labyrinth of a single convoluted platform instead?
Digital babysitting enters the age of absurdity, where Linux penguins and SteamOS gamers must prove they're old enough to press enter.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Plug test boasts full compatibility, then sparks confusion. In a world where your toaster might just be conspiring with your fridge, it's comforting to know even machines can't agree on standards.
Faker's absence tanks Hong Kong ticket resale prices for LCK finals. Without the legendary Lee Sang-hyuk, fans are left clutching overpriced stubs, realizing they've paid top dollar for a concert without its lead singer.
Study reveals young adults normalize online hate speech and accept it as part of the digital landscape. Desensitization is the new coping mechanism when society shrugs off toxic behavior as just another feature of the world's most connected echo chamber.
Geopolitical drama halts, SoftBank-backed PayPay IPO, investors fume. When international tensions can freeze $1 billion dream, you know the global economy is just one big soap opera with a terrible script.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Dive deep into the void, where nightmares float with reality. If nothing is true, reality is what you can get away with. Your consent was implied when you chose to stay tuned.
When the past comes knocking with a video camera, celebrities scramble for the nearest legal shield, hoping to keep their reputations from further unraveling.
Tech giants urge users to manage AI agents instead of chatting. Because nothing says progress like turning a friendly conversation into an unpaid internship, where your new job is managing silicon interns with zero benefits.
Apple's version of innovation is like charging extra for a new coat of paint, while hoping no one notices the same old engine underneath.
South Dakota's Cyberczar faces cancelled contracts and personal disputes after failed polygraph. Turns out trusting a polygraph for honesty is like trusting a fortune cookie for life advice. Both leave you with a crumbling mess and
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Meta sold 7 million AI glasses in 2025. The privacy problem has nowhere to hide. When the future is watching you back, who needs a voyeur? Enjoy your new wardrobe malfunction, now with audience participation and zero escape.
$3,000 mini-pics power Europe's drug pipeline, then squeal for recognition. In a world where bacon gets more attention than life-saving research, these pigs really need a better publicist and maybe a union.
Iranian hackers breach AWS data center, then claim it was just a security test. It's like borrowing someone's car without asking and calling it an impromptu road safety inspection, except the car holds half the internet.
Hackers crack STM32 RDP1 protection, then sell decryptor for $3,000. Security Theater. where the illusion of safety costs more than the breach itself. Welcome to the digital age of pickpocketing.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, Sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by Sortalizer.com.
Researchers expose method to track cars using tire sensors, then privacy advocates panic. It's like discovering your shoes are secretly narcs, but instead of squeaking, they broadcast your every move to the highest bidder.
When simplicity gets mistaken for superiority, it's like claiming a bicycle is better than a car because it has fewer parts.
Interactive Intro to Elliptic Curve Cryptography promises clarity but delivers confusion. Turns out, understanding complex math through flashy graphics is like trying to learn brain surgery from a TikTok dance, entertaining but ultimately useless.
E-coding promises to revolutionize education, launches at $200. When the future of learning costs as much as a week's groceries, you can't help but wonder if it's knowledge or just another commodity.
This has been Doomscroll.fm for Wednesday, the 4th of March 2026, where reality unravels. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production. Loosely based on public news. Not journalism, not truth, fictional satire. Any resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. If you believe any of this is real, you probably think the moon landing was filmed on Mars. Hear more at Doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.